Mr. Speaker, I rise today to celebrate and recognize the good-paying jobs that will be created by the historic investments Democrats have recently made in America. What investments, you may ask? Well, let me tell you, Mr. Speaker, the Inflation Reduction Act, the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, and the CHIPS and Science Act. These are three laws that will power America forward by creating jobs, and yes, better paying jobs. Since President Biden took office in January 2021, over 9.4 million jobs have been created. I'll repeat that, 9.4 million jobs. And if we look closely at the numbers and reports of these three new laws, we get a preview of how many more jobs will be created under President Biden's leadership. First, the Inflation Reduction Act. This bill has the power to create 9 million new jobs over the next decade, nearly 1 million jobs each year. 5 million of these jobs will likely be new clean energy jobs across America. Second, the Infrastructure Investment Jobs Act. This act will add 2 million new jobs per year over the next decade. And third, the CHIPS and Science Act will create more than 1 million construction jobs over the next 6 years to build America's semiconductor factories. All these laws work to create good-paying union construction jobs for plumbers, pipe fitters, electrical workers, steel workers, laborers, electricians, and other trades for working people. These are the types of jobs that residents across my district, Texas 29, and millions of Americans across our nation proudly work to help keep their families together, to feed their children, and to look to the future. These are the kinds of jobs that power America in its economic engine. House Democrats and President Biden understand that growing the middle class means creating better paying jobs right here in our country. That's why we passed these monumental laws. And under the leadership of President Biden, who is the most pro-worker, pro-union president in American history, we have also invested hundreds of millions of dollars in registered apprenticeships and pre-apprenticeships to provide new opportunities for working people to get good-paying union jobs. President Biden knows it's not only about providing opportunities for Americans today, but it's also about planning for tomorrow's generation of workers and having a better life for our children. I'm proud President Biden is building a better America for generations to come by putting people over politics. Sadly, as House Democrats and the President are working to create better paying jobs, the Republicans are job killers. They oppose this legislation because they're only focused on controlling women and their bodies. Democrats trust women. So while Republicans are focused on their own power, House Democrats and President Biden remain laser focused on producing results for the American people. And Democrats are delivering big time. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.